Good morning, good
Got
afternoon,
it.
and good evening. Welcome back to We
Yeah.
Are Athletes 2. This is episode, is it 11 or 12? I think it's
I think
11.
11. I
Yeah, I
think
think it's
11 is
11.
right.
Welcome back to all you D2 athletes that start the playoffs this week. Congratulations to all you that went home. Welcome to our lives. Um, welcome to
Welcome to our lives.
welcome to every year with us. No guests this week. It'll just be us three. We'll talk a little bit of playoff ball. We'll talk some betting, and then we'll talk a little bit of coaching carousel. And we got a little jet punk planned as well.
Boom.
Cade was just about to tell us though about his West Ashley, his boys at West
Unfortunate
Ashley.
demise.
Man, yeah, go ahead and tell us what happened.
Yeah. So let's see. So we played terribly in the second quarter. We go down 28-7 at half, and I'm kind of like, this isn't looking too great here. We kind of got away from some of our stuff that had been working. That's above my pay grade. I don't know, but Got away from the came back bread to it in
Well,
the
yeah,
second
yeah.
half.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
threw the ball around
they
a little
scored
bit
what
more.
21 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, so yeah, gave up 21 in the second quarter. It was we were kind of defense couldn't hold water in a bucket if they had
Mhm.
to. Um, but so anyways, we come back, we battle all the way back. We get it to 28-21 with about a minute 30 left in the game. And so I was like, well, we go 3 and out with about 4 minutes. And I was like, well, that'd be it, folks. Then, our defense holds them. Actually has a turnover. We get the ball about the minus 48, minus 47, and it doesn't take us long to score. We get the ball back with, like I said, about a minute 30. Then we kick an onside kick, get the ball. We get the onside kick. Shocking. And I'm like, holy cow! Like we got a shot to go tie this thing up. So we get it, go down. Um, run executed 2 minute, the best we've done all year. We usually are terrible at 2 minute. Like when I say terrible, it physically pains me watching us run 2 minute offense. But we got to it, worked out fine. So we score with 2 seconds left, right, to tie the game at be 28-28, probably going overtime. So we score. We have our entire extra point unit on the field with 6 seconds left on the Play clock. Play cock.
Nice,
The play
nice.
cock. That's
Freudian
good
slip
stuff.
there.
Yeah, little bro. Yeah, 2 seconds left on the 6 seconds left on the pay clock there. So we go, and then the back judge throws a flag, and I'm kind of like, that's weird. Pretty late. So anyway, so I'm thinking it's unsportsmanlike conduct of some sort on somebody. I was like, shit, we're gonna have to kick the ball from the damn 23, whatever it is. So I was like, oh fuck, this isn't gonna be good. And anyways, so it turns out they called it offensive pass interference.
Like
Yeah,
while
and
the
this
Y'all are like
is
team,
lined up for the next
we're
play.
lined up. We have been signaled touchdown by not one but two different referees. Signaled touchdown. 32 seconds go by from when the play is dead, signaled touchdown, whistles have blown, to then they throw the flag for offensive
Were
pass
they
interference.
discussing it, or was this dude just standing off by himself and
This
decided he was
was
going to throw the flag?
the side judge and an umpire
oh yeah,
signal touchdown.
Uh,
And so we're like, okay. And then about 15 seconds goes by, probably closer to about, it was like 15 to 18 seconds go by watching because we just let the play clip roll on the wide view.
uh,
And so then at about 18 seconds after the play, then they get together, talk for a second, and then at the 32-second mark after the play had been ruled dead, ruled a touchdown, the guy throws a flag, calls it offensive pass interference. Touchdowns erased. We go back to the 30. Go back to goodness gracious. Go back to about the 38 and throw it, and then it just gets knocked around and then batted to the ground. So that was a ball game. But yeah, I called that referee every name under the sun,
that's
and
that's
oh my god.
horrible though.
Was it?
I mean,
What
talking
was the
about part
play
time.
like? Was it?
well,
Was it
here's the
like
thing, right? It
understandable
wasn't
for it to be
often
offensive
like
PI?
if it was not offensive PI. What happened is our we run just to say, essentially, we put our 3 tallest dudes on one side and just tell them run down there and we'll throw it up to you.
Yeah.
So the DB tripped on himself. You see it on the film. He trips over himself, falls down. We catch it, and then after he looks around for a second, then goes and was like, "What? He pushed off. Does not push off on the film." It was just, and my thing was like, look, if we'd have lost in overtime, whatever, right? Ball don't lie, sure.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, you cannot take the game out of the kid's hand. It's like in a dang World Series game on a check swing.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's bullshit. And those referees hightailed it out of there as soon as the game was done. They didn't stick around. Smart on them because, I was, you motherfucker, you fucking cocksucking pussy motherfucker. Every single word I could have come up with, I called that guy. So, but so that's how we lost the game. Painful 2.5-hour ride back from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, but so we, that team, they weren't a bad football team. And if we don't play just like dog shit in the second quarter, we beat those guys. But, if fans and if and nuts were candy and butts, it'd be Christmas all year long.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Some nuts with candy and nuts.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. So
that's high school football for you too.
It is. Those fucking referees, God, they suck. I mean,
I
understand
so
they don't. But I'm sitting there thinking, like, dude, how cool would it be as a referee to be a ref in a playoff game that goes to overtime?
Yeah,
it'd be cool. It'd be a cool story.
Isn't it funny though that we complain about referees at all levels? It's like, NFL referees, like, how the fuck did you miss the PI call for the Saints?
Games? Yeah,
I mean,
the youth games. That was the worst. Like,
don't get me started.
Where's the call, ref? I'm like, dude, he's a car salesman during the week. Relax.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even full time guys, it's like,
what
the fuck, like the Iowa game a couple weeks ago. Lord knows our D2 refs were probably the worst referees. The Indian guy is not reffing anymore. I had a conversation with Ship.
Oh, BJ?
Yeah, BJ is not reffing anymore. Yeah, I can't stand that guy. But yeah, I mean, even down to high school, like you were saying, Pee Wee. So it just sucks.
Yeah, that guy Paul, he was a cocksucker.
Fuck that guy. Y'all have a good week though. Other than that,
yeah, been good this week so far. It's been great.
I was about to say, how's the stress relief of not having practice every day now?
It's nice. I got to start working out or something after because I've got so much time that I'm like, what I do? Probably should clean the apartment or something.
He's gonna get himself an axe and go start chopping down trees. Is what he's
that's what I'm gonna do.
Play 3 seasons of It'll Be the Show in like one night.
In a day. Yeah. See how many World Series I can win.
No, fun story. Was that during COVID that you did that?
No, that was
after COVID.
That was after COVID. Me putting off doing my 15-page paper.
Well, no. What makes it worse?
The one that you had your grandma write.
No, not that one.
What was worse is like you just randomly disappeared one day, and I was like, "Where the fuck did he go?"
Yeah, I went to
You come back.
What was that hardware store?
Ace or Leonard's.
Yeah, I went to Leonard's, bought an axe.
Yeah, like 4 hours go by, and Cade comes home, and I was like, "Where the fuck were you?" And you said, "I was chopping trees." I said, "What?"
Hey, dude, we had firewood in that. I mean, hell,
it's
firewood
still there.
Still in the garage. It's probably dry as shit. That's
boy, what? That's 3-year-old wood.
Good shit right there.
That shit is popping with it.
Yeah. What is that? Fat lighter or whatever that. What is you put that in a fire? That'd be a 400-degree fire going quick.
Well,
didn't you get kicked off the dude's land?
No, yeah. Well, the dude came out there on his little side-by-side, and he was like, "Hey," because technically on the OnX thing, it said it was public land. Remember, we went and shot the AR on that dude's property.
Dude, we did a lot. Shotguns.
They were shooting skeet over there, yeah.
Yeah, but
we were not the only ones either.
Guns.
Yeah, dude comes up and was like, "Hey, what you doing back here?" And I was like, "I'm getting me some firewood." Dude, chopping the tree, and that tree had been. I mean, hell, I chopped it down. I was sectioning the thing off at that point. And the guy was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm getting some firewood." And he's like, "Oh, okay." well, this is private property. And I was like, huh. Well, this here app says it's not. So he was, yeah, I know. They've been meaning to update that thing. And I was like, bullshit. We've been coming back here for a year and a half now, buddy. They'd updated it on the app by now. Whatever. But I didn't want any trouble with he was a nice old guy. He didn't come over and he wasn't like, get the fuck out of here, kid. Any of that. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll get out of here. He was like, oh, we don't care. Just, yeah, he was like, just let us know. It was one of the houses that you'd pass driving down there. So he was like, if you want to come back here, just let me know. And I was like, okay. But I mean, hell, I was, that was December 6th. I got out of school December 14th. I was like, there's no point in that.
It's one of those situations where it's like you got to drive through his land to get to the public land.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the
river. It was public land. He was bullshitting. He just didn't like that people were cutting through his property to get there.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not going to swim in this fucking dirty Arkansas River to get here. So you just have to get over it.
That toxic water over there.
Yeah, that damn radioactive water they got.
Well, and
that's why you don't eat the fish out of the Lake Dardanelle, folks.
And for those that don't know Cade is a very do-it-himself person. Likes to get himself into some random hobbies for no reason. So one day Cade decided, I'm going to change the oil in my truck. And we were like,
okay. It was like a 3-hour ordeal for us.
We were like, okay,
what the fuck? I couldn't get the
oil filter.
Was a bitch. I couldn't get that shit off for nothing.
So Cade he's doing everything, popping everything off. We get down to the oil filter and we can't get it off. I mean, shit is stuck. We got the car, drove up on the curb. We ain't using no jack, nothing. We're doing it old-fashioned way.
Sketchy as shit.
and oil filter won't come off. So we're like, all right, let's go get us, a little thing to get it off, get the tool.
They have the clamps at
it was like it was the thing from Walmart.
The grip.
That was like, it was whatever 16ths that you just would plug it onto the little wrench deal.
Mm-hmm.
And
but it was like minutely different.
Yeah,
it was off by
they were keyed, so they're keyed to like one's like 6 and one's 8. Cade the filter. I think you had a 6, and the thing we bought was an 8, so it was slipping every time it turned because it gripped just a little, but it'd slip every time.
Yeah,
and we're like, man, what the fuck? So we're like, hey man, we took it back to autos. And we're like, hey man, this just doesn't work. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, did you know that they come in different sizes?
I was like,
no.
Sure shit didn't.
No.
But that
was fun. What we should have done,
we
should have just dug a hole and poured oil in that.
We went back and forth to AutoZone 3 different times in Lena's car or something.
Yeah, we did.
Or in George's car.
Yeah. Well, you drain the oil into that little disposable thing. That thing is still sitting in the garage too.
What you need to do is you need to just dig a hole and just be like, hey man, I was digging around and found and there was some black liquid coming up. Some fella, whoever owns that, they'd be shitting themselves. They would tear down all those apartment complexes and we found oil in Russellville, baby. Only to find out it's because we poured oil in the fucking ground.
Hey, back to the ref thing for a second. Why do I feel like Cade? So George, me and Cade were sitting in the car one day or right before practice in that extra parking lot we had, like that's in front of the student union now.
Yeah,
over there. And we had gone to McDonald's like right before practice because I think we had that history class before.
Yeah,
and I pictured Cade at this game with the refs being shitty. As whenever we left McDonald's, and he asked, "What do you always ask for? No mayonnaise or something?"
Yeah, I asked for a plain
minimum wage, motherfuckers.
And they put mayonnaise on it, and he's like, "These low class motherfucking workers." Or whatever. Dude,
fucking low wage working motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Yeah, you used to, bro. When we came back that one night from oh god, where was it? Front Street.
Yeah.
You said, I swear to God, if they put fucking mayo on my shit, these low wage motherfuckers.
Well, here, the worst part was I took 3 bites and then I was like, here you go, George, you can have
it. you know they have already made those things like with the mayonnaise on it. And then Kate's like, oh, can I get no mayonnaise? They're like, nah, screw this.
Yeah, fuck you, kid.
No, you get the mayonnaise, guy.
Double?
They're like, oh
okay.
yeah, sure, yeah, we'll do that for you.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, for sure.
not a shot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Fuck our,
I have a video of that though. It's so funny. Cade doesn't know I'm videoing, but he like peeks a little look and then he like starts laughing.
Shit. Good times. Good times.
well, our Wonder Boys got whooped last week.
Yeah, good thing
Yeah, I
nobody
think
took me up on
the
that
Bison are pretty good.
Yeah, I think Harding's gonna be pretty legit. They did get that 1 seed too, and we'll look at that here in a second. You want to do Jet Punk first?
Let's do the jet
Sure.
punk, baby.
Let's roll with
Shout out to Chris and
Trace.
Trace.
Yeah, and Trace, yeah.
Both first team all conference.
Yes. Trace is a 3-time all conference. He was a unanimous selection this year.
Yes, he
and I think
was.
last year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so our Jet Punk
I'm in the
this week,
league.
our Jet Punk this week is the Heisman Trophy winner since 2000. Are we
Nice.
ready to start this?
We're killing this.
Yeah.
Okay. How do
Does
I
it
turn
give
off
us the
the
team
time?
right there?
How do I turn off the time? Do I pause it?
Uh,
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2000, it was Florida State and a quarterback.
was that a?
Wow,
Damn,
we're
that's
already.
tough.
I was about to say early 2000s is gonna whoop me.
Well, I've got from about 2002 on.
Who did
I
Flutie play for?
I got 05 Boston College. I got 05 taken care of. That's Reggie Bush.
Sorry, Reggie.
Yeah.
Florida State.
Was Matt Leinart before him in 04?
Matt Leinart was 04.
It'll let you just type
Jason White.
Okay.
03 is Jason White.
Reggie Rush?
Reggie ER. Reggie Rush.
You said who was?
Jason White for 2003.
Wow.
Jesus, George.
We're really getting to see George's typing skills.
USC, that's Carson Palmer.
It's hard when you're under pressure there, George.
It is. Nebraska quarterback. Wow.
I've got 2001 for 2001. 2000, I can picture the guy, but I cannot remember his name.
Well, we know Jameis is 2013.
Yeah, Jameis is 13. 2006 is Will Pryor.
Can I type in just that one name, or do I have to spell the whole thing?
Try just do Pryor.
I think you can just do Pryor.
Yeah, try Pryor. Terrell.
Usually.
Oh, not Terrell Pryor.
Maybe I'm spelling it.
I feel like he was older than that.
No, because I remember balling on NCAA 06 with Terrell Pryor.
Who was the one that got fat?
You're talking about that dude that like with the massive head that was like
he said he beat the
12 or something.
He beat the kid in the cancer hospital.
You're talking about Cardell Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat the kid in the children's hospital like 86 to like 7.
No days off.
Gigantic.
All right, 2008 is Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Cherokee Nation shout out.
Trent Richardson.
Trent Richardson or Eddie Lacy?
It's not. It's before the Mark Ingram.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah.
Dude, the state of Alabama want to run there from.
Did I spell it wrong?
I know it's Ingram. I don't know. I don't really know how else you could spell Ingram.
It's ING. Try Trent Richardson and Eddie Lacy.
It's gotta be.
I know Mark didn't.
Gotta be Mark Ingram. I did not know that Alabama. I forgot Alabama went back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners.
Who is
I don't know how you spell Ingram. I gotta Google that.
Where's Derrick Henry at?
I don't think Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is 2015 Alabama.
Yeah, he is.
The 9-10 dudes were. I mean,
Mark Ingram
those guys.
It's the second.
Oh, I.
What? I mean, I don't know. You're spelling it right. Ingram.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark. I've got no clue. He was a Heisman Trophy winner, though. His middle name is Valentino. How about that? Very Italian.
Wow.
Very Italian.
Go RG3 and Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel. Then Cam Newton.
I was about to say we're skipping Cam Newton here.
Yeah. Scam Neutron.
Baylor Robert
Griffin.
See, that one took without the 3.
Yeah, no, that's weird. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. It's got to be though. A&M is Money Manziel.
Florida State, Jameis.
Famous Jameis. Jameis Winston.
I don't know if I spelled that right. Oh, I did. Oregon
is Mariota.
Yeah, Marcus.
Mariota.
I think it's TT.
I mean, it wasn't like 2009 wasn't like Greg McElroy or something, was it?
You were
right.
It was a running back in 2009. It says the position.
Alabama. That's Derrick Henry.
Is it 2 R's?
Yeah. Derrick.
This is Lamar.
Lamar.
Lamar Jackson. Baker.
Baker and Kyler.
It's pretty cool.
That's kind of dope. And then Joey Burrow.
Devontae Smith. Devonta with an A.
It is with an A.
Good call.
And then
Tua?
Bryson.
Is it
Bryce
Young?
Hell, I don't even know
Bryce.
his name.
It's Bryce.
It's Bryce Young, not Bryson Young.
Okay, so Alabama running back in 2009.
That is, tell me that. I mean, that's Mark Ingram, isn't it?
It is Mark Ingram. I know it's Mark Ingram. I don't know how else you could spell it though. There you go. Yeah.
Try
any different spellings of Mark.
Try Ingram with an E.
Yeah, try. See, whoever put this in jacked it up.
Dude, that's stupid.
I don't know.
Are we wrong? I mean, we're not wrong, are we?
No. It's got to be Mark Ingram.
Who's 2006 Ohio State?
I thought it was Terrell Pryor. I don't know. This is going to irritate me. Got to be Terrell Pryor, though.
That's before the.
That's Terrell Pryor.
It's got to be
Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor was after Tebow, wasn't he?
I thought Terrell Pryor was before Tebow.
I thought he was after Tebow.
It's a black quarterback from Ohio State.
Let's try Cardell.
Troy Smith.
Cardell Jones is way after.
Nice call,
Cade. That's it.
Nice call. Good pickup.
Nebraska and Florida State, though, I got no clue.
2009. Who was that? The LSU. Was that the LSU 9-6 game year? In like the national championship or the SEC championship.
Yeah. Try for Florida State, Charlie Weiss. And then I think it's going to be like W-E-I-S.
Yeah.
Yeah, good try I-E.
Charlie Weiss Jr. is the Ole Miss offensive coordinator.
Interesting. The interim OC?
I think he's just the OC there.
Oh.
I don't know either of those two.
I mean, I don't know. It's a Florida State quarterback. Charlie Weiss.
I don't think Charlie Weiss was a Florida State quarterback.
Try
I didn't even think Charlie Weiss was like a player.
Try Charles Winkie. Maybe it's like E-I, maybe E-I-N-K. I know it's Winkie. I don't know who the.
I have no idea.
Alabama is, I mean,
it's a CW. I know that. This one's whooping our behind right now, fellas.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Might have to do another one.
I don't know. I mean, if it's not Mark Ingram there, I'm not going to get.
If it's not Mark Ingram, then I'll never know.
Okay, I'm giving up. Chris Winkie. Eric Crouch.
Mark Ingram Jr.
Mark Ingram Jr.
It didn't make me put the 3 eyes for Robert Griffin.
Yeah.
That's
Dang.
dumb.
All right, Winky. I knew it was Winky. Eric Crouch.
Hey, scroll down. Scroll down.
Eric Crouch, Winky, Mark Ingram.
Look. 4%
Mark
got
Ingram is the forgotten,
Everyone has that problem.
the forgotten Heisman Trophy winner.
Nobody can figure out how to put that. It needs Junior in there.
The best picture is him standing beside Derrick Henry at the coin toss of
Yeah.
might have been
that
the
was
national
insane.
championship game.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's just towering over him.
This is probably the hardest immaculate grid we've ever had.
Oh my
Born
God.
outside the U.S. in 50 states and D.C.
Goodness gracious.
I might go to yesterday's because that's terrible.
Let's do it. I like a challenge. Let's do it.
Dude, that is it.
Name one player in the NFL born outside the U.S. Name one. Name one. And you expect us to name one for 3 different teams? Name one, Kate.
Okay, hold on.
I can't.
Try a Samoan. Any of the Samoans in the
No,
league. I can't name any
exactly.
Samoans.
You can't name any. We're doing a different grid.
Just name all the Australian punters you know.
Fuck that shit. Yeah. Okay, this one. I like this one.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Drew Brees.
Super Bowl champ.
No. Don't do Drew Brees. Do like Marcus Colston or something, or Tracy Porter. Tracy Porter is the one that returned the pick 6 against Peyton Manning.
Boom. Tracy Porter.
Okay, so let me give it to her.
8%.
So
let's go.
Across the top, we have the Buffalo Bills. We have the New York Jets, Super Bowl champion across the top. Denver Broncos, New Orleans Saints, and only one team on the left side. So that's our box. For our Super Bowl champ and for the New Orleans Saints, we have Tracy Porter. Super Bowl champ for the Broncos. Was Emmanuel Sanders on that team?
Do Von Miller. I feel like that's one a lot of people put for some reason.
We could use Von Miller here, though.
That is true.
Yeah, let's use Von Miller there for sure.
Here?
Yeah.
Von Miller.
Dang, 63%. Jeez. Well, fair enough.
That's going to be a big one.
Broncos Super Bowl. Peyton Manning's. Did John Elway win any?
Yes.
I feel like that'd be a.
Did he?
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah,
he had to. I know. I'm pretty positive he did.
We could go like Shannon Sharp or something.
Sharp. Yeah. Shannon Sharp.
Or Terrell Davis. Shannon Sharp.
Let's go Shannon. Shannon Sharp played for a long time.
3% there. Nice.
Boom. And he doesn't have a picture.
No picture.
Ridiculous.
Nice.
All right, who's a
DeMario Davis, Jets Saints.
That big Saints guy.
This guy knows. He knows ball.
Ball knower.
What's the white wide receiver? Decker?
Eric Decker.
Eric Decker.
Do you play for the Broncos, right?
Eric Pecker. Yeah.
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
We're gonna find out.
Give me that shit.
Oh,
nice.
All right. Buffalo Bills and Saints.
Give me Sauce Gardner, only one team Jet.
Or just do like Joe Namath.
No, we're trying to get low percentages.
I feel like Joe. Namath.
Wait, let me check. Let me check and see if it has to be retired. Players has been played. Okay, yeah, that one works then. Sauce
is going to be a high percent.
16. It's not bad. Okay, who's a Saint?
Latavius Murray.
And Jack answering all of the Saints ones.
Good one.
Latavius. All right. Only one team for the Bills. Jim Kelly. I don't know. That could be wrong, but
I mean, we can. Do you know when he stopped?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think.
Do you know which one?
Oh,
it wasn't this guy.
He wasn't playing.
It's got to be 86.
It's a top one.
Nice.
Yes.
Super Bowl champ that's only played for one team. We're going for low percentage here.
Eli.
It's not a low percentage.
Low percentage.
Dude, anyone you do in this is going to be a low percentage because it's so just off the wall.
Jerry Rice.
There's so many options.
Jerry Rice
for
played
more
for
than
he
Braun.
played for multiple teams.
How about I'm feeling Joe Namath on the Jets train here. I feel like he didn't play for anybody else, and I think they won a Super Bowl really early. This could be bad. This could be good. I don't know.
This could fuck us.
If you really
Oh, it
can.
fucked us.
God,
You bastard.
damn it.
You bastard.
There's 700 possibilities, and we didn't get one.
And we got 0.
Patrick Mahomes was the most popular.
God dang it.
Josh
Pissing me
Allen,
off.
Zach
Eli-
Wilson. Jonathan
Eli
Vilma
would
was
have
the
been
most
so
popular.
good.
Eli probably would have
Brees, Peyton Manning, Eric Decker. Eric Decker was the most popular. How about that? And Von Miller were the
Von
most popular.
Miller.
Do we
All
do
right,
baseball?
let's try today's. Screw it.
Oh my God.
Kate,
Let's try today's.
you
little
literally don't know a single person born out of the U.S. that plays in the NFL. There's not a single person you know.
Born out. Is it got to be current?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's not worry about that right
This is
now.
just
Get
stupid.
what we can get, and then come to the outside the 50 states.
This is awful. I don't know any of these.
Yeah,
This one's tough.
this is probably the worst category I've ever seen in my life.
Rams. Is this Redskins too, or is this just Commanders?
Redskins too.
Okay.
Boston Braves 1932 as well.
Boston Braves, nice. Was that a baseball team too?
I think so.
Nice. This is hard.
Yeah,
This
these
is
teams
hard,
are
and we're not
so-
even looking at the hard category.
I know.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Oh my God, bro.
Titans,
What's that?
Bears, dude.
Did Vernon Davis play for the?
Did Brandon Marshall ever play for the Titans?
Fuck. Maybe. Did Vernon Davis play for the Titans?
Vernon Davis.
I know Ryan Fitzpatrick will be on here somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Ryan Fitzpatrick hasn't played for the Niners or the Rams, I don't think.
Okay.
Who's the tight end? So it wasn't Vernon Davis. So I've already fucked us. Nice.
Oh, fuck. All right, Bears, Rams. Does that include St. Louis Rams?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the
Not that
wide,
helps me at all.
what's the wide receiver? Allen Robinson.
Okay, good. Allen Robertson.
Jesus.
Good God, 52%. Good. All right, Bears, Titans.
Dude, I have no idea. Maybe Brandon Marshall, but I don't think he ever played for the Titans.
Titans. That include the Oilers. Not that that'll help us, but shit.
Yeah, the Oilers.
I don't think that's gonna help us actually.
I got somebody for outside the 50 states. The running back from Oklahoma State, Chuba
Hubbard?
Hubbard. He's from Canada.
Yeah, he doesn't play
He
for
played
either of
nobody
these
but the
teams.
Panthers.
No, Steelers.
Oh, fuck me. I
Oh
thought
yes,
that was
Panthers. You're right, not Steelers. I'm thinking of
Damn it.
Jalen Warren.
Jesus Christ. And my other guess was Panay, the guy. I mean, he plays for the Lions, but
Well, Matt
that's not gonna
Titeo.
help us.
He was born in Hawaii, wasn't he?
I thought he was Samoan.
Just because he's Samoa. Just
American
'cause
Samoa is
just
not included.
American Samoa.
I'm Googling that.
It's he's Samoan though. That's like, okay, well, he was born in fucking Hawaii, but like,
What's his name?
it's like
Fucking
Marcus Mariota.
Panay.
Like, no, he was also born in Hawaii.
No, excuse me. Panay fucking Sewell, born in American Samoa. That's outside the U.S. 50 states and D.C.
That would count. That would count.
That
If only the
Fuck.
Lions were on here.
I've got nothing for it. I've got nothing.
I'm literally about to give up. This is
Don't
horrible.
fucking give up.
Did Alex Smith ever play for the Rams or the Titans?
No.
Oh, great heavens.
No.
This one is not good,
Colin Kaepernick born in the U.S.
sadly.
Damn it.
And
Just
answer.
Try
kidding.
Brandon Marshall. That's the best I got for that one.
Brandon Marshall is
I don't think.
there's
Oh,
no shot.
wait.
Fudge.
No, he put the Titans. Did you try that? Brandon Marshall.
Yeah. Do you want me to try it again?
No, please don't. Please don't.
Want to see me do it again?
It's red. It won't even let you. All right, 49ers, Rams. We got to have somebody.
Kurt Warner.
Dirty Kurt, why not?
Okay. I mean,
I know it wasn't Kurt Warner. Don't put
That's not right. That's not right. Let's get all of them wrong.
Yeah. Titans, Commanders. Born outside. The Bears had a kicker from Mexico.
I thought you should just pick.
Carlos,
I thought you should just pick.
Carlos Santos.
That's not his name. You're so racist. It's Rigoberto.
Rigoberto.
Dude, did Jerry Rice ever play for the Titans?
Oh my Jesus!
Damn it!
Why do I have some feeling Jerry Rice played for the Titans?
This is bad.
So Jerry Rice did not play for the Titans, by the way. Let's just fuck it. Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
Like
dirty.
I
feel like you should just try. You should just try backup quarterback, so you don't have anything to go off of. Because they'll play for teams like nobody has any clue.
That's true. Who is Texas's quarterback? Colt McCoy. For just any, doesn't matter.
Born outside the U.S. You said any.
It's its own country.
It is. I mean, we are our own little shit going
Republic.
on down there.
Let's just act like this never happened and do something else.
Yeah, George, edit this out.
I don't think that's how this works.
He's like, I don't
George,
have that big man.
George, when is the golf video dropping?
Halfway to never. Still work in progress.
Good content.
Great content, but windy as fuck.
Nice. Try Claypool for for the Bears. For the Bears.
Just put outside the U.S. Like
try it. Just try it. I mean,
Jesus Christ. No way.
Where? Hold on. I gotta Google where he's from.
No fuck. He's gotta be like Canadian or some shit.
Chase Claypool. I'm just thinking of Bears players that I fucking hate.
Jesus H.
I don't even think he played for the Bears. Yeah, I guess he does. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. Or did. He got traded to Miami.
He's from Canada. How about that?
What a fucking guess.
Wow.
How about that? Shot in the dark. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Okay, we're giving up. Fuck that. Jesus Christ.
Brian Fitzpatrick.
Mitch.
Who is Mitch
Wisnorowski? Where did you add a whole other Cairo Santos? Damn it.
Randy Moss?
Did not know that.
Randy Moss played for the 49ers.
You fucker. I told you it was Santos.
Like Bruce.
Oh, look at George's like, oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't play with the
I didn't think he played for the Rams. I don't know when he played for the Rams.
I just played for everybody.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You don't have a clue that they actually played for them.
See, I told you it was Santos. I said Carlos Santos. That's close. It was Cairo. What is it?
Cairo.
Nice.
Okay, give me 1 second. I think KJ is going to be able to
Fidel Castro?
Let me stop sharing real quick. See if I can add him real quick.
All right, I got about 5 minutes.
Fidel Castro.
We'll do games here in a second.
Yeah.
Fidel Castro. What are you in such a hurry for, kid?
I have to cover a basketball game tomorrow.
Cover a basketball game?
Cover?
Like,
what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Okay. What do you want to cover? What do you want to go over while you're still here? You want to go over your bet for the week?
Let's do D2 games.
He doesn't have a bet for the week.
Damn.
No, it's going to be Rutgers. Something for Rutgers.
Okay, so
Rutgers to cover.
Rutgers plays Penn State.
Okay, maybe not. We'll go through the ESPN list.
They're 21-point dogs.
Okay, let's look at games last week. Harding beats Arkansas Tech 56-0. That's a whooping. Henderson State beats Ouachita Baptist, and when beating Ouachita Baptist put them in the playoffs. So Henderson State
Wow.
gets into the playoffs over Ouachita Baptist with that win. Massive win for the program. Northwest beats the ever-loving fuck out of Southwest. I did not see that one coming at all. Did not see that one coming at all.
So Southwest is the worst team in the country.
Yeah, Southwest ends the year with 0 wins on the year. I don't know about the country, but yeah, they're definitely the worst team in the.
They're not any worse than York.
True. Southeast beat East Central 24-14. SAU beat the piss out of Monticello 60-17.
And SAU's playing, I think, Missouri Western in that bowl game, one of the bowl games down there.
And guess who got the other bowl game? Old Southern Nazarene.
Holy cow!
Oh, wow.
Southern Naz is playing Emporia in their bowl game. Gage Porter ends the year with the most rushing yards. Fuck that guy. Most rushing yards in GAC history in a single season. He ended the year with 1,700 rushing yards.
That's
Is he going to opt out and go to the NFL?
Is he going to come back for his 9th year of Division II football?
Just get him out. What did I say something last week about Central Missouri scoring 60 points, or was it 70?
I think you said 60 burger.
God. Okay, thank God I don't have to give away $20. Let's go. Thank you, UCM. Thank you. Missouri Western loses in overtime to Missouri Southern, which knocks them out of the playoffs. Missouri Western. That knocks them out of the playoffs and put them in that bowl game. Pitt State beats UCO 20-10. Emporia beats Fort Hays 45-42 in a tight one. That put them in the bowl game as well.
Yeah.
Northwest Missouri wins 56-7, and Washburn beats Northeast 45-14.
Speaking of our,
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Look at the top 25, see if there are any upsets from last week. Let me text him.
Augustana.
Did Augustana lose? Or did they win? They beat Bemidji 38-19.
Beat Bemidji.
I have heard from people that Benedict's head coach is going to a FCS HBCU towards the end of the year, so something to watch there. They did get in the playoff as well, and they are a 1 seed in their region.
How about that?
Delta State beat the crap out of Mississippi College. MC's coach did step down, I think, on Sunday. So he will
R.I.P. John Bland.
Yes, R.I.P. John. Oh, not R.I.P. He's still alive, but R.I.P. his job.
R.I.P. his coaching career there.
Fair State beat Wayne State. Tiffin beat Findlay. Colorado Mines scored 82 points against Fort Lewis. Talk about a stat patter.
Jesus.
Grand Valley blanked Davenport 38-0. Kutztown beats Slippery Rock. Big win for Kutztown against Slippery Rock. That's a big slip up. No pun intended for Slippery Rock. Duluth beats Minnesota State Mankato. That's a big win for Duluth. And then Missouri Southern, we saw all those games. We saw Indy beat Southwest Baptist 41-3. Lenore Ryan beats Tusculum 48-7. UTPB wins the conference and scores 42 points in the process. Both those teams get into the playoff, though. Central Washington and UTPB. That West is just not very good. Valdosta State beats West Georgia 58-28. Valdosta could be back. Watch out now.
West Georgia moving up to FCS now.
They are, and they fired their entire staff. I thought was kind of weird.
Interesting.
So it's going to be a very interesting transition period for them. West Florida won 52-6, and then Virginia Union beat Fayetteville State 21-0. Let's look at what we were talking about real quick. So those of y'all that remember, me and Kay did go to Northeast. 1 second, I got to add KJ. Me and Kay did go to Northeastern State in Tahlequah. As you can see here, we're looking at their athletics page. They did fire Coach Eck. I know you got to talk to Coach Eck. He was your coach for 1 year. Give us a little bit about him. I've heard nothing but good things about the guy.
Yeah, he was a good dude. I mean, he was, you say, for a year. He was my coach for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but like he was a good dude. I mean, when I told him I was going to transfer, he was a good guy. But there's not a whole lot that can be done there.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yep.
Until they start putting some actual money into it, I got no idea.
Yep. KJ, you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can y'all see me?
Yes, sir. I got you right here.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I got you. Can you see my screen? I'm sharing it right now. We're looking at a Twitter post on here.
Yeah, I see. This Northeastern man. Man, it's been forever, George. Man, how you
What's
doing?
good, brother? I'm good, man. Good to see you. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, man, of course, man. I'm honored.
Yeah, bro. So, this is Cade. Cade was my roommate while he was here. He was a quarterback here. This is Jack Grissom. You probably met Jack. You met both of them, didn't you?
Yeah, Cade Yeager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jack.
Grissom.
The name sounds familiar. Jack Grissom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grissom.
Yeah. You were GA in here while they were here, right?
I wasn't GA in there, but I just remember when y'all came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you were helping out or something.
No. I left. I was originally going to, but then I ended up leaving.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'll get to you. We're covering this real quick. Cade's about to pop off. But we're covering this real quick. We just went over the D2 scores from last week, and we'll look at the playoff bracket here in a second.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this is I don't know what region these are. So this is the region that Slippery Rock should have been the 1 seed in, but they lost last week. So Tiffin gets the 1 seed here. Deserved, going 11-0. 2 seed here looks like Charleston in West Virginia. They get New Haven. Tiffin gets the winner of Slippery Rock and East Stroudsburg. I tell you what, Slippery Rock is going to make life tough on Tiffin in that second game if they can get past East Stroudsburg. That's a tough one for Tiffin. Charleston gets New Haven. That should be a good game as well. And then Kutztown gets Virginia Union. I don't mind taking Virginia Union in that game. I think they got a pretty salty little squad, and that wouldn't be a terrible upset in my opinion there.
Like it.
Are all those teams kind of northeast?
Yeah.
I think it's like that Pennsylvania conference.
They split them. They split them up by region. So it's like that was the Northeast. This is the Southeast, and then we'll have that South region for the GAC, MIAA, and then they have that West region, and we'll get to all those here. Yeah. Benedict, HBC D2 HBCU, going 11-0. Good for them. I think they finished the year 4th in the standings too.
So, yeah, Benedict's right down the road. They're in Walterboro, so they are. They're a solid team.
They got a good little team, solid team this year, and they've been beating people.
LR, because LR should handle Shepherd.
We'll see.
That'll be a real good game.
That'll be a real good game. I would like to see that one. Delta West Florida is going to be a good game. I hate seeing teams that are in the same conference play each other though. Like,
especially in the first round.
I hate that, man. I hate it so much. And then
at least I got my national champion pick still alive. West Florida have to make a run.
And then Valdosta is playing Limestone. Again, I mean, Valdosta wins that game. They're playing someone from their conference. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan.
There's a guaranteed representative from the GSC there.
There is. Yeah. There is. Harding gets the 1 seed with Pitt State slipping up a couple weeks ago. They stay above Grand Valley. With Grand Valley's loss to Colorado Mines too. So Harding gets the 1 seed. They get the winner of Central Missouri and Henderson State. There might be some fucking points scored in that game. I tell you what.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of no defense.
None, not a lick. I tell you what, our boy Chris might get a chance to go for a couple hundred yards though.
Yeah.
UCM's quarterback's gonna go for
500.
He's gonna
go over 5 mil.
He's gonna tote that bitch. Again, though, another example of just I get we're trying to save on costs for D2 football, but fuck, man, like stop putting Grand Valley State against Ferris State. This is the second time they've played this.
Like, isn't that like a rivalry game?
Legitimate contenders in that bracket.
It's just like I don't understand. I get travel, I do, and I get trying to cut on costs because the NCAA pays for travel. But I mean, fuck, man. Like I don't want to see Grand Valley against Ferris State again. Like I want to see that later in the playoffs, maybe. But that sucks for them. Playing a conference team. Pitt State gets Indy. That's no pushover game there, especially with Pitt State slipping up a couple weeks ago to Missouri Western. Or was it Missouri Western? Am I crazy? Yeah. That's a tough one. Indy likes to tote the ball, so that'll be a good test for Pitt State's defense for sure. And then this last region, Colorado Mines, of course, the number 1 overall seed. They're the 1 seed in the West. Augustana is the 4 seed. They get Minnesota State, and I'm fairly certain that's Mankato. So they get Minnesota State, Mankato. The winner of that game gets Mines. Western Colorado gets the 2 seed in the region, which makes sense. But at the same time, we did just see them lose to Colorado Mines by 4 touchdowns. So don't get why they're the 2 seed. I guess it's because they beat Permian Basin. But Western Colorado gets Central Washington. I'm telling you, this West region is so bad, and it's two conferences. Yeah. It's the RMAC and that what was formerly known as the Lone Star, I think, or maybe they still are the Lone Star. But
no, it's still the Lone Star.
Is it? Yeah, they're the Lone Star. And they get two teams in with Central and Permian Basin, and then Bemidji gets Permian Basin there. I'd expect Permian Basin to win. That's a long travel for Bemidji. That's South Dakota to
West Texas, baby.
To West Texas. That's a tough one.
Odessa.
That's ugly. But yeah, I mean, really fun playoffs. It looks really good. It looks really good. Let me see if I can find.
Does the NCAA stream them all, or do they?
I think it's still private. I think it's still private. Yeah. So the home team gets to stream it.
Yeah.
This is our funny clip of the day here. I guess Liberty's head coach quote tweeted a tweet from Liberty University, talking about something he had going on this Wednesday. And he quote tweeted and said, "See everyone Wednesday," but unfortunately he left his location on, and he was in Starkville, Mississippi, and that's where old Mississippi State is, and they currently need a football coach. So
need a head coach.
I kind of wonder what he was doing there. Y'all have any idea what he might have been doing there?
You know, there's a lot going on in Starkville, Mississippi, though. So a lot of attractions down there.
When did he post that?
Yesterday.
Yeah. Or 2 days ago.
What an idiot.
2 days ago. Yeah, that's so tough.
Yeah, how do you explain that
fired Zach Arnett on like Monday?
Not even the team. Like, how do you explain that to your AD? Like, I was on vacation. Yeah, in Starkville, right. I was just catching a game. Okay, buddy. Right.
Yeah. Right.
All right, let's look at some D1 games. We'll look at last week's games real quick. We'll scroll through them.
George, let me give you my pick real quick.
Yeah, give it to me before you got to hop off.
Okay. Hold on. Go to this week's games.
Yes. So for our WonderLay, what has Cade given us?
Well, here's a just a bit of I'm not giving gambling advice, but if I was, right now you need to fade whatever I say. You need to absolutely go against it because I am freezing cold.
So what was our lay last week? I had James Madison -25. Jack had the under in Iowa, and Cade had the
under in the Colorado game.
Which was far from right.
Yeah,
it was.
All right, a lot of points in that one.
It was tough. Happens. It happens.
Happens to the best. Click on no, not yet. All right, keep going. Let's see the Kentucky.
Cade thinks of it right now.
Yeah.
Let's
look at the Kentucky, South Carolina game.
So Kentucky's 1.5-point favorites on the road in
do not.
It's in
South Carolina, in Columbia.
Do not bet on this game.
Interesting.
Totals at 54.5.
Let's see.
That is the worst possible game to bet on.
Yeah, we're not letting you bet on that.
This is why it's fun, though. This is why it's fun.
No, veto.
I refuse. I refuse to let you bet on that game. That is horrible.
Bullshit.
Let's give you a game that you might be interested in.
What about Florida, Missouri?
I was thinking Georgia, Tennessee. See what he likes here.
That's all right. I don't mind that.
Georgia's 10-point favorites at Tennessee, going into Rocky Top.
I'll take Georgia. I'll take Georgia.
Georgia -10.
Yep,
that's an understandable bet.
I don't mind that.
I was in Athens last weekend, and Georgia is the best team in college football. That's the best team I've ever watched play football in my life in person.
They're pretty damn good, man. They are pretty damn good. So Georgia -10 is Cade's pick for the pick for the WonderLay. Jackie boy, what are you feeling this week?
We got 4-starred. I don't have an under that I love this week. I think I might rock with Iowa State +7.5 against Texas. Iowa State always seems to upset someone. Texas has kind of been trending down. I think I like a little close game.
I don't mind it, especially it being in Ames, but
yeah.
Damn. And they've played back-to-back games tight against Kansas State's above average, but TCU is a very middle of the pack team, and then they played Houston to a touchdown
I mean,
as
they
well.
were at Houston and didn't even beat them by more than a touchdown. So
Yeah.
I'll take the Cyclones.
I don't mind that. Okay, so Jack's taking Iowa State plus 7.5. I have two that I really, really like. I'm a big fan of Arizona's football team. I like Arizona minus 1 at home against Utah. And I think that's going to be my pick this week. If anybody doesn't like that and is kind of feeling something else, I absolutely love. Where are they? I think they're up here. The Battle at Kansas is this weekend, I believe.
I like Kansas.
I like Kansas State. If you can buy it down to 6.5, I like Kansas State a lot. If you got to live with it at 7.5, I don't mind it at all. As long as Jason Bean is the quarterback for Kansas, no game is over.
He got hurt last week. That's why I didn't bet on it. But
he did, and
it is a rivalry game. It's a rivalry game in Kansas,
in Lawrence, which I get. But
funny.
What's going to dictate that game is the run game, and Kansas State's going to run the football for days. I like Kansas State by. I like them by 6.5. So if you can buy it down to 6.5, don't mind it. But I'll take Arizona minus 1 as my pick this week.
All right.
WonderLay, Georgia minus 10, Iowa State plus 7.5, and Arizona minus 1. Correct?
Yep. Still trying to continue my undefeated streak.
I'm getting back. I'm getting on the right side of the win-loss column here.
He's coming back this week.
It's good. And fantasy's coming back this week too. So.
Don't forget, send me a pick Send me the pick when you get off of where you were at this week too, so I can put that in our post. If you got a pick from the game or something. So.
Yes, I will.
How about that?
Myrtle Beach, baby.
You're
Myrtle.
Right. Well, we'll talk to y'all fellas later.
All right, brother. Be easy.
All right.
Another pick I don't mind this week. I don't mind Colorado plus 4.5 at Washington State. Washington State not been very good lately. And Colorado's got a decent little squad, and they've kept games really close lately. I think they're a better team than their results have shown. So don't mind that one bit. Alabama's going to probably cover against an FCS school if anybody wants that. Jack likes Miami this week. I pass.
That's not what I started with.
But right, let me stop.
My only other starred ones are Florida Atlantic plus 10, Wyoming minus 13, and Florida plus 12. Missouri has been too good, and I think they're due for a little
stinker,
a little close nail biter. I think Florida could give it to them.
What's the spread on that one?
12.
It's a big number.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Florida could come in and at least keep it within a touchdown. They can't come out and blow out two SEC teams back to back like they just did to Tennessee.
If I'm not mistaken, Florida either has to win that game or the Florida State game to be bowl eligible. I think they only have 5 wins right now too. So
yeah, that sounds right.
A little added incentive there. KJ, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My bad, I haven't got to you. We kind of just started and was rolling with everything and didn't know if you
was
going to get you tonight.
This is good talk.
But yeah, so I mean, the whole premise of the pod is to get D2 athletes on and tell their story, because we think that D2 athletics is completely different from D1 athletics. The story of how you got to college, where you came from, you coming from Texarkana, the Arkansas side.
Roll side already. I'm on the roll foot already.
But yeah, I mean, basically, give us your story, bro. Give us, your high school recruiting process, how you got to Tech. What Tech was like for you, some experiences there, some funny stories. Basically, give us the rundown of everything. What you're doing now, where you want to be.
Okay. Well, starting from to be high school. Let's see, like 9th grade. I think I was playing fullback back then. I was an offensive guy back then, right? So I was on the B team, which is below the A team. Didn't get much PT. Played the early game like at 4:00 on like Thursday nights or something like that. Something super, super crazy. I played fullback, and then I ended up moving to linebacker probably midway through the season, and then I realized that I like hitting and I don't like getting hit. I wasn't for that, so I stopped playing fullback because I sucked anyway at it. Got my way up, and then it wasn't until 11th grade, man, that I played a varsity game. I traveled with the varsity all of my JV year, which would have been 10th grade. Man, and that year we went down and played White House. And then I don't know if you're familiar with Get Up. Well, of course you are.
I got to watch him play at Allen Stadium.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know.
Yeah, like say, but yeah, we played all Pat Mahomes, and I remember sitting in the cold, while he just sit there and ran it up on us. But I was in awe. I was like, damn, this dude is good as fuck. But yeah, he ran it up on us. But anyway, playing varsity finally. Still didn't start or anything. Played a lot of special teams. Really kind of came into my own in a way. Had some really good guys in front of me. But finally, I stepped into that starting role as a senior and had a pretty good season. But still, by the end of the season, I got like all conference or all district, whatever you would call it in high school. But didn't really get that many looks. I remember probably my first look, like midway through the season, was Southeastern. And I looked at them. I was like, hell no, I'm not going to Southeastern Durant. I remember that coach, Bo Atterbury, who came back. You know, I'm sure y'all can talk about that story a little bit. But yeah, he came and recruited me for a little bit, and then I said no to that. And then at the end of the season, I got some looks from UCA for like a day. And then Henderson, Texas A&M Commerce is what I ended up narrowing my choices down to. So I went and visited Commerce, and this was up. You know, this was who's that? Who's that good quarterback they had? Luis
Perez.
Luis
Yeah. Perez.
Luis Perez. So I think he graduated in 15 from high school. But anyway, I think he was there or on his way there or something like that. But anyway, I went down there. I loved it, but I go. That following weekend, I went and visited Tech and Henderson. So I went to Tech first. No, I'm sorry. I went to Henderson first because Tech was an overnight visit. Henderson was a day visit. Went there and got a good visit. Knew some people from Texas County there. Met with Scott Maxfield, their head coach. He basically told me, he was like, hey, we love to have you, but if we don't, I mean, hey, we'd be all right without you. So I took that and I was like, okay, I'm moving on. Didn't really feel the vibe there. Henderson's a beautiful campus, but it just wasn't for me. I felt at the moment. And then we went to Tech. My sister already went to Tech. She's a year older than me. I had a few cousins, or a cousin rather, that went to Tech. So I knew of it, but when I went to for my visit, man, it was too much fun. J. Lou, George, I don't know if Justin was playing when you were there. Justin, you remember Justin Lewis? But with Justin Lewis, he was D lineman, came from my high school as well, and he took me on my visit. Him and Jerry Henry, Andrew Craig, those guys, you know.
Jeez Louise. Yeah,
exactly, man. I was young. So we went out to some party or whatever. And me, I didn't drink a lot in high school, little to none. So they got me drunk, man. It was a good time. But me and Gary, man, so I met Gary that night too. And when I remember going at the end of the night, like, man, we're committed to Tech. Because we went to like, I don't know, some party in the woods, we used to party in some houses or whatever. It was just a good time. But anyway, that morning, hungover and all, I went in whatever his name is, Monica's office. Was like, yep, I'm committing. Right. And so
well, KJ, we'd love to have you.
So you know how he is. So, of course, high school ends and find my way down to college and man, dude, that I remember my parents leaving and they dropped me off and it sucked and I was crying, scared, whatever. But it was who was that? I had one of my best friends who he ended up he was a regular student. He didn't come to later. But for those first 2 weeks, man, that's why I befriended Cree. Cree was like he was my first friend on campus. So man, them tough 2 weeks of fall camp, man, we went through it. So I mean, BA and all them guys. But yeah, my freshman year, man, I played a whole lot of special teams. sat under who's that Logan Jens, who was arguably one of the best linebackers in D2 history. Man, that dude he never made a mistake. I mean, so I think it was a blessing in disguise sitting under him and learning. But played a lot of special teams.
What year was this, KJ?
This 2015. 2015, yeah. Let me say that.
You
Yeah,
got there in
2015.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got there in 15. Yeah, let me say
You didn't
that.
redshirt, right?
No, I didn't redshirt. No, I played all games, traveled, played a lot of special teams. Got my first lick of in-game action at SMU. I messed up the play, and Coach Jackson took me out immediately. So I didn't touch the field defensively for the rest of the year. But man, it's crazy enough, man. I got all conference as a special teams guy that year. So like an honorable mention,
Yeah.
accolade. So that was pretty cool. But then after that, of course, Jackson leaves. He goes to I forgot what school he went to actually. Well, whatever school he went to that season. Then Coach Cisa comes in. So of course, George, this is for you as well. But Coach Cisa comes in for a year. Me and him did not get along. But I ended up getting a starting job. So me and Seth and another guy named Deontay Dearcott kind of spread the roles inside and outside linebacker. So I started the first 2 games, lost my job, rightfully so. I was tripping out there, bullshitting, honestly. But kind of resetting my focus at the end of the year, man. I had a terrible year, in my opinion. We finished like 7-6 in 2016. But I mean, didn't really had a year I wanted to have. So Cisa ends up leaving. A lot of those guys end up going out. A lot of those good seniors we had end up leaving too. And then Coach Jackson comes back as a DC. So then we got Corbin at D line or code DC, Jackson at DC, and then we got Quay. Of course, Quay's already there. Quay, Creed, Jordan Hill, just to name a few of the guys on
DJ
defense.
at corner.
Yeah, DJ. Yeah, that was DJ's first year. Yeah, that was DJ's freshman year. And so yeah, still weren't there.
No, I was still not there. No, I was the year.
Yeah, you're still not there. Yeah, you was a Northeastern.
Yep.
Yeah, so we had a outstanding year that year, and that was mostly our defense was great, but our offense was led by Dearman, of course, who's at North Alabama now. But we had Ty Reisner, B.A., Stringer, Christian Thompson, Justin Bailey, all those guys in the running back, and then a plethora of receivers. Mm-hmm. So offensively, we were really good. You know, I think we won like 8 or 9 games that year. I can't remember. But
I think it was 8 because of the Harding loss was what lost us conference that year.
So yeah, so we.
Oh, was that when the thing with the punt happened?
Oh my God, dude!
Ruined.
Yeah.
Golden used to talk about that all the time.
It is that I still lose sleep over that shit, man. Because I remember we playing Washington like the 4th game of the season. We started the year 3-0, or actually 4-0. We ended up going down there and beating Henderson. Came back home to play Washington for the 5th game of the season. Washington had a really good team, of course, as always. Had a really good quarterback. Came home, beat us by like a touchdown at home. It was a really good game, but we ended up losing that. So that was our first loss of the season. We keep winning until we play. Dang, did we only lose 1 game?
Did they have that white boy? Am I crazy at quarterback? The one who was a wide receiver that was a freak athlete?
No. That's Ty Reisner. Yeah, Ty Reisner was.
No, I'm saying Watchdog.
Yeah. His name was
Is that who it was that came down
No, he wasn't never receiver, but you talking about Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. He had like 2 touchdowns that game. He had like a 40-yarder. Yeah, he was balling. So him, along with their running back and their quarterback, Austin, a little short guy, but he was a little scrambler, little Johnny Manziel out there. But yeah, we ended up. I forgot who ended up playing or losing to later on that season. I don't think we lost the game before Harden. But anyway, we got Harden game. Seth didn't play, which I think he should have played. Coach Jackson, he had him out for like some discipline reasons. But I should not be playing inside linebacker against that type of offense. I said we did outside. So we had to start Geo at outside linebacker, his freshman year. And then that game, we had like 2 turnovers. We forced 2 turnovers in the first half. And we had them down like by a touchdown. And we think we're gonna win, right? Then they come out in the second half, man, firing. They score. We go down there. We don't score, I believe. No. That's what it was. We came out second half. Yeah, that's what we came out second half. Forced a 3 and out. We were about to force 3 and out, and then that's when the punt shit happened. That's when Byron Pruitt ran into the damn punter and some shit that we practiced all year long, or since we were peewee. Runs to the damn punter.
It was safe punt, right? Y'all weren't even supposed to rush.
Yeah, it's like he was the only one rushing. It's not hard to know, like Harden's punting.
Yeah.
It's a completely different formation. So he punts, whatever. He runs to the punter. That's when Harden converts, goes up for that first down, and they end up scoring. And then, man, we couldn't stop after that. But yeah, man, that shit hurts to this day. But anyway, senior year, and I met my boy George. And so that was probably, it wasn't my best year, I don't think, but my second best year, whatever. Had a pretty good year. Had some really good teammates. George up front, of course. Of course, Quay and they're still on the back end, and we have a 3-8 season. Our offense was like historically one of the worst.
It was the worst offense I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I looked at I was actually doing my game notes here. I actually looked at like where our stats were. We were like second to last in scoring on offense. On defense, we were like third or fourth in points allowed. Right.
Well, if you remember that year, we almost beat Watchdog.
Yes, dude. We played Watchdog a couple weeks ago. We got beat by like 50. But I remember that because we had them
10-7.
What it was. It was 10-7, and then we dropped the ball down the field, about to score. And then what's his name?
103, 107-yard pick six.
Hey, throws a pick six, man. And then after that, we go 3 and out again.
Yep.
and was that Carter?
Yeah, it was Carter.
Yeah, it was Carter.
That's the one that was on. That's the one that was on ESPN.
Yeah.
It wasn't ESPN shit. Yeah, so Carter does that, and then they go down there and score again. That was it, man. I remember.
Well, so what happened was
put them in position. Yeah,
that pick six, and then we get the ball back, and they go 2-3 plays. Carter throws another pick, and they get the ball at like the 30.
Right, he does throw another pick near our sideline again, or on the other sideline, whatever it was.
And then we almost get a stop. And I think they just got the first down on like 3rd and 2 or something, and they go and score again. So
that's what it was. It flipped the field. They were like inside the 20-yard line, and the way they were running the ball that day, I mean, it was just easy.
Well, from there, if you remember correctly, too, do you remember walking out for warmups? I distinctly remember that because that's the first time I've ever stepped on a field and sunk into a field. Oh
yeah, man! Dude, we were muddy, dirty. Man, I see pictures. I can envision pictures now of what kind of night that was, man, or day. What the night game day that was, man. It just hurts to this day. Even as bad as the team we were, it just showed that we were capable. But offense didn't, come up to par. But anyway, we ended up losing that season. But then after the season, hell, I didn't know what I want to do with my life. I thought I wanted GA as a coach. I know I wanted to be close to sports, football, whatever the case may be. But trying to fit it around with the decision, I was working at Fat Daddy's. With Kale actually during the spring. And so one day I'm on my phone, like just searching for jobs or whatever, and I come across a GA position in sports information at SNU. And so I'm talking to Cal, like, bro, it's a spot position at SNU. I was like, I don't want to work at SNU because all I'm thinking about SNU is how terrible they are in football.
They're a fucking joke.
So I was like, yeah, a joke, literally, until now. Yeah, until well, speaking of that real quick, it's our topic. Gage Porter is their quarterback still.
Fuck him. Fuck Gage Porter. We hate Gage Porter on this podcast, by the way.
Dude, Gage first year, he was a redshirt in 2017.
Yes, bro. I played against him every single year. Like, fucking get a job. Go get a job, bro.
That's what our players was. That was our players was yelling to him today. Last week when they sent us home. He hit the Heisman
Oh Lord.
Hey man,
Dude, he's sick. He's
Gage,
sick. No, he is sick in the head because there's some stuff going on that he should be peeing in a cup. But
but
against that, other than that, that motherfucker will look at a 5'8" Tyrus Ford 5'8" DB, run them over, and then get up and do the little he's too small. Yeah, bro, you're 6'2", 240. Go get a fucking job, you 28-year-old. Like fucking hell, man.
Gage is my guy, man. That dude
He's
is
fucking
he's a
hilarious,
cool
though.
dude.
He's
He's
fucking
a cool
hilarious.
dude. But I ended up going to but yeah, I was telling Kel, I was like, hey, and he was like, bro, you don't have to. You're just moving there. Like that has no like influence on you. You know, you're gonna live in Oklahoma City. I was like, you know what, you're right. But anyway, so I ended up applying for it. Went down there, interviewed, got it, and then came down here. Man, I did not know what the hell I was getting myself into. The type of life and profession, how much it required of my time. But came out here with no prior knowledge. I really don't know why I got hired. The guy who hired me ended up leaving like a week later, the head SID for a better job. But still friends with him to this day. But had no prior knowledge in sports information, statting, website management, any of that stuff, Photoshop, anything creative wise. Just kind of had an artistic background to an extent. But just took that and I just learned how to stat games. And then the SNU, man, they got so many sports just to keep the damn school alive. So, man, we had stuff every single day. It felt like soccer games, man. That soccer teams were awful. I didn't know anything about soccer. Did not care about soccer. Hadn't watched a full soccer game ever until I got there, man. But when they were getting beat like 10-0, then in double headers, like the women would play 10-0, men would play 10-0. It was long games. But anyway, went through all that, learned all that, and got good at Photoshop, just some other things. And after 2 years of doing that, ended up getting offered the head job. Took that for like a week, and then Oklahoma Baptist ended up calling. And that's when I moved on here. And it was crazy enough, the guy who hired me at SMU was also at OBU, and then he left again. And so I just took his position.
Okay, so
and
you got the head job at NAS and didn't want it?
It's not, yeah. Because the opportunity was better and just I wanted something new.
Did
That's
you
the best way to put it. I wanted something new.
Did you feel
I feel like you could only be at
underprepared?
NAS for so long.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you feel
I felt like my
underprepared?
time was up.
Or did you feel
Without a
like
doubt, yes.
you could have done the job?
Now I'm looking at it. Now I'm knowing what I'm knowing, and now I know what I know. I was definitely unprepared. I was prepared to an extent, but this kind of job you learn with experience. I in my GA position, we had I forgot how many sports we had, probably like 17, 18. I don't know which sports, but I split those sports with the head guy, and so I would take care of stats, any creative side of things, social media posts, video photography, anything like that. I didn't know any of that, but I had to learn as I went, and he taught me a good amount of everything. But again, this is a profession you have to learn about. So writing AP style for X amount of readers afterwards, I would have grammatical errors after grammatical errors every single time I would write, man, because I just wasn't the best writer. When it's very strong in the sense and the style of writing is much different than what you write in a paper for your job. So ended up doing so I got better as that as time went on. But yes, I felt unprepared to take that role on solely.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean me statting a volleyball game. I called, which is what you do. You either stat or you call for a volleyball game. I called. I never statted. I would have to take that on and learn that. Same thing football or any of the smaller sports I wasn't like familiar with. So taking that, I wasn't as prepared as I thought I should be, or as I should have been. But thinking back then, no, I wasn't. I was just gonna take it head on, figure it out because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But once I at Oklahoma Baptist, there was another position. So at OBU, there's just no, I'm sorry, not OBU, but SNU, there's a head guy, there's a GA. At OBU, we have two SIDs. So myself and another guy.
So you have one SID and one GA for all those sports?
for all those sports, and they've added probably
Jesus.
three. They've added like rugby, bowling.
Is it still the
They
same
keep
structure?
adding sports. Yeah,
They have
still the same structure.
rugby.
That's horrible.
Yeah, they have rugby.
That's
Yeah, man,
insane.
that's literally they keep adding sports just to keep their school alive, man. It was rough.
Yeah.
So
Are they
just
profitable though? I feel like that would be like the opposite. You cut sports to.
and that's what
Yeah,
I would think too. As far as rugby, the conference they play in, because rugby isn't common in Oklahoma, and so they play D1 schools, but their travel is pretty bad. And so, to your point, was my question too when I saw that they added it. It was like, how profitable is that? But it's about enrollment. The athletics keeps SMU alive. It probably makes up way more than that. Probably like 60-70% of their student population, if not more. And so,
they might get like
their
state funding for keeping attendance up or something like that.
Yeah, if they're a private institution, so I'm not sure on that aspect, but yeah, that's what keeps it up. If they don't have people on the seats, they don't they'll keep the doors open. Cause they were close to closing when I was. And this during COVID, of course. Everybody was struggling then, but they were close to closing, so I kind of got out at a good time. But at OBU, man, the structure and everything was different, and the standard was different. That was the biggest thing for me. Is I remember interviewing with OBU and their guy, their associate AD. He came from OU, but he had just set the standard of like, I want social media look a certain way. I want our website look a certain way. I want everybody to look at what we're doing on Division II level and be like, okay, we're capable of doing that. And so I wanted to be a part of that and wanted to learn, and that's what I got the opportunity to do. Got in there, and he demanded certain things in me as far as creative media wise, or on my weekly recaps or previews. I would have to, check in with him on, whether or not I was meeting my grammatical errors, or checking for those, taking my time with that things. For sports, it was such a weird thing, or for this professor, it's such a weird thing seeing this side of things where, when you're playing, you don't pay attention to all this stuff. But on the website, you got to make sure that everybody's bios is up to date. Make sure before like that Monday of a Saturday game, you're writing a preview for the upcoming game, getting all that stuff together. I never had to do that at SMU because it wasn't the standard. Whereas at OBU, it was that, like, this is what we properly do for our radio team so that they're prepared, et cetera, et cetera. So I had to learn all these things on the fly about radio and all this stuff and broadcast, and a lot of those things I didn't have at OBU. I mean, at SMU. So after 3 years, man, it has been an amazing opportunity. I've met millions, I feel like, of people. Made a lot of connections, man. Got the opportunity last year from the same guy who hired me originally at SMU. He now works for the Southland Conference, FCS conference. He's their associate commissioner or senior associate commissioner for communications. So he at Southland they host a FCS national championship in Frisco. So
yep.
last year I got the opportunity to be as part of the media team last year, just due to that connection from 2019. And still to this day, man, I got to text them today, man. We're in a group message together. So having those type of relationships, man, has carried me throughout my career. But yeah, man, it's been a huge opportunity. I mean, huge thing. I've come into my own and realize what I love to do, and that's creative media, and realize that I'm kind of good at it. So
kind of is an understatement, by the way.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can't
well,
I can't pull up your post that you posted today. Kind of is an understatement. This man, listen. This motherfucker here is so goddamn modest. It's fucking ridiculous. KJ was one of the best linebackers I've ever played with in my life. He was one of the smartest dudes I've ever played with on the field because he could read plays. All he had to do was read a key. Linebacker is probably the dumbest position on the football field. I'm just playing.
It's true.
But you read keys, and that's hard because you were very disciplined and you read keys. And I think Jack had a little bit to do with that, and a little bit of how you were as a person. I didn't know that about you, that you were a late bloomer too, coming into Tech as really 1 year playing linebacker. That's actually really impressive. And I would not have guessed that. I would have expected you to be a 2 to 3 year starter, at Texas. You're at Texas High, right?
Yeah, Texas High.
I would have expected you to be like a 2 to 3 year starter the way you played. Granted, it was your senior year at Tech, but the way you played with me that last year, I would have thought you were a 2 to 3 year starter in high school. Very good football player. So don't let him tell you had a bad year as last year. KJ should have been in all conference. Were you all conference your last year or no?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, good. Yeah. No, you were impactful. I mean, you impacted the game with how you flowed well, how you fit well. Smart football player. And then again, modest with his work. He's going to be a great SID one day if that's the path you go down. I have talks with Daniel here. I have talks with Christian here. It feels like weekly. I'm like, dude, we got to get KJ. Like, damn, bro, it'd be fucking sick if we had KJ.
That's cool.
And I've told Christian too, is my end goal is hopefully be an athletic director. I think he wants to be one too. But I told him, I said, if I ever get to that, KJ will be my SID guy, because your shit is damn good, man.
Man, so I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Proud of you. I will say too, I gotta tell the story. So I didn't know no one when I first came in. And they put my locker next to this big-headed fucking dude. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Because you were always talking with Gary. You were always talking with Quay. You're always talking with Cree. And I was like, these guys all play. Like, why am I next to this guy? And you took me in, man. I really appreciated that, because I wasn't a freshman. Everyone thought I was a freshman. I had to go to all those freshman shit. And I was like, guys, I started in MIAA. Like, I swear to God, I'm not bad. I had to stay late while y'all were doing your fucking 5-back, 10-back gassers over there. I had to go over there and work with the fucking freshmen. And I was like, guys, like, these guys fucking suck. Like, can I just please go condition? Like, you know how fucking bad something has to be for me to say, can I go condition?
Exactly.
But you took me in. I mean, when I had little to no one to talk to, because I would literally go to practice, go to class, and go back to my room. I had no one. And you took me in. You made me feel like one of the guys. Made me a part of y'all's group. Hell, I mean, you invited me to my first party at Tech, and I showed up and stood there awkwardly most of the night and was like, all right, I'll see you guys later. Like, it's hard transferring, and you made it a lot better for me. Granted, it took a little time. I
appreciate that, man,
to get there, but I mean, for real, you were a big brother, and you made a big impact in my life. Without you at Tech, I don't know what would happen. I don't know who I would have gravitated to, but I can tell you right now, it was not gonna be fun if I didn't have you there for that. So I appreciate that.
Man, I really appreciate that, man. It was a pleasure, man. I do remember you coming in, and when you were telling me when you were from Northeastern, man, I was like, shit, what? First of all, I didn't know what the hell that was. I never even heard of Northeastern State, or let alone the first glimpse or taste of it in my MIAA is when Penn State whooped our ass the year before. But anyway, I remember meeting you and shit. I was like, man, this dude was funny as fuck. We were just sitting in front of the locker for practice with them, or after practice, because I would never get dressed fast after practice, and we would just sit there and just talk and just make jokes or whatever, man. And I remember my birthday, in the spring, man. I remember inviting you out there, man, and having a good time. I was like, man, you say this now, but I didn't think about it like then. I was just like, man, George's a great guy, great friend. Come out, be a part of everybody. You're part of our team, and this is after the football season. But still, man, it was never weird, or I just wanted to make you feel like you were part of things. I know how it is coming in from not knowing anybody to a brand new crowd where we're pretty clicked up at that point. For people, your classification, pretty clicked up at that point because we had all been with each other for a long time. But man, I'm very appreciative for your friendship, and my wife would say the same thing, man. She loves you. Thinks you're the funniest dude ever. I don't understand why, but
Who said that?
No, I do remember sitting there in front of the locker. It was the first day of November, and I took the video. I said, I'm here with our leading tackler as seen on our website, KJ Reid. I said, KJ, I said, KJ, what do you have to say for the people? He said, I have not survived one day of No Nut November. It was November 1st. Oh my God. The weekly KJ Reid leading tackler updates were fucking hilarious. The next one was.
Dude, I remember saying one time was like drop that, eat ass, something like that.
I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Come on with bullshit, man.
Oh my god, bro! Some of the stories, and I'll never be able to tell the story as well as probably you because you got your shit ripped. But the game at Northwest was probably, looking back, was probably one of the top 5 funniest shit that's ever happened to me in a football game. Because we are down 24-0 at Northwest Oklahoma, and we go in at halftime, and Coach Jackson says, "Defense outside," and we said, fuck," because I wasn't at the Monticello game last year, so I was like, okay, I've never seen this before. He put us in the stands of the baseball stadium.
The baseball stadium.
And he went down the fucking row and said, "All-American? I don't see it." I was like, oh my God, that's Clay. You can't say that to him. Oh, he did not care. He went through the entire team. Thank God I was new and he probably didn't know my name. Thank God. Or else I would have got it too. But man.
Bro, that was an embarrassing game, man. It just we ended up losing Northwestern.
We were down 24-0 at half and lost 24-0.
That just goes to show you, man, how bad, man. God, man.
It was just that was a year.
It was
who did we beat that year?
So we beat Southeastern there. I remember CJ actually, man, that's when he got hurt. We beat Southeastern, SNU barely, because we were down. We were down at half to SNU because Gage was the backup quarterback.
Yep. Well, you remember it was raining. It was like sprinkling or some shit.
I got pulled that game in the first half. Coach Jackson pulled me. I was playing so bad.
That was my first game against Naz, and I remember going out there and thinking, like, after a couple of plays, I was like, these guys fucking suck. Like, how are we losing?
Dude, it was so bad. I guess I never asked you, dude, what? Now I understand the difference. What was the difference? Or was there a big difference playing in GAC compared to the MIAA in terms of
front seven
talent?
Period. Front seven.
Front seven was the biggest difference.
O-line, D-line was night and day. You know how you get guys like Watchtower Baptist with the Goosenberry twins?
Yeah, the Goose, yeah.
That was kind of the standard in the MIAA. Like guys like that. Across the O-line. It was Missouri Western.
They were so much better.
And you know what's crazy is, like, I took that game as like a personal insult because fucking Corbin you guys are the best tackles in the fucking conference. They're damn good in the country. I was like, Corbin, they're fucking human. Like, just tell me how to beat them. And that was never his thing. But I remember going out there, and what we'd do is we'd have me almost in a 4-eye lineup on him because they'd love that power / outside zone so much. So I used to get them one-on-one a lot. And I think I kind of earned their respect in a way that game because I kind of got into a fight. I don't know if I told you the story about
my God, dude.
Remember that?
Dude, George, that's one thing about you, too. I want everybody to know. George talked the most shit every single game. The most shit. And I remember that game because we were about to beat them. And so I remember it wasn't that game. It was the UAM game at home. We were getting our ass beat. But I remember one time you were laying into one of their tackles. And so I go up to him and I'm just like, y'all beating us right now, but it's really not because of your doing. And so George is like, he's like, hell yeah. He's like, you're so right, because your ass sorry. You just kept going in and bro, you're just going back and forth because I never really talked shit. But just watching you, he said, bro, energized me so much. He's talked so much shit to every team, no matter what, because we got beat a lot that year.
Yeah,
but we could be down, bro. We could be down like 50-0, and George is still talking the same shit as he was the first day I played the game.
Well, that Watchtower game, you probably didn't know about it. I probably didn't tell you about it. The little running back who was a senior, I think he was from Little Rock.
Yeah, Chris Oliver.
Yeah, CO liked to talk too. So me and CO got into it. And I think there was a play I was kind of dirty. We were down. I had him tackled. I kind of twisted his ankle a little bit or something. Just give him a little tug. See how flexible he was. He didn't like that. He got up and said, "What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?" I said, "Bro, calm the fuck down." He went back and he's still talking his shit. And I was like, all right, whatever. Next play was a pass play, incomplete. I kind of got to the quarterback late, got there, and CO, you know how he was, like real short. CO comes up right at my shoulder, and he comes up and he said, "Yeah, bitch, you thought that shit was slick?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Get the fuck away from me." He nut taps me. Like, he literally takes his hand and like slaps my fucking nuts. I said, what the fuck? You not gonna do anything about that? So I'm talking shit to CO the whole play. And this is like 3rd and 8. I'm talking buku shit, KJ. I'm talking shit so much I don't get the call. Trey Chisholm is literally dragging me by the shoulder pad, like, bro, come on, bro, get the call. And I'm talking shit to CO. I said, bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. The next play was another pass play. And you can literally see on film, their guard is standing there like hemmed up with me. I'm reaching over him and I'm punching CO in the head. That was top 10 shit talking moments for me because I was like, I really like could not control my shit. I was going to, if I got a chance, if he had the ball, he was going to get fucking smacked. Oh my god, bro. No, the Goosenberry, back to them. Goosenberries were like the standard in the MIAA. All the dudes was big, strong, moved in sync, just good fundamentally too. That's definitely the biggest thing there. And again, coming from that, playing as a freshman at Northeast, the Goosenberries didn't impress me. They were good. They were very athletic for their size, which made them good against, getting out in front of linebackers, shit like that. They weren't all that to me, and I kind of earned their respect. I had them long armed a couple times, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And we kind of talked after the game, and then we talked the next year too. But yeah, I mean, cool people, good dudes. But like I said, that was just the standard in MIAA.
But I definitely understood that when we went through our 2017 season, the year before you got there, and we went to play Pitt State in the bowl game. They walked down the field. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, seeing, like you said, the front seven guys that are just bigger.
Mm-hmm.
We end up going up 21-0 first half. They come out and make the adjustments and shit beat us like 50 something to like 30 or whatever it was. Just real bad, but the front seven was a major difference. And now seeing in this conference now how our teams never go past first round. You see Harding or Washita year after year get to this first round and get humbled, get killed because just how weak the GAC offense, the GAC is. Now I think Harding this year is probably one of their best teams they had, considering they're very balanced on offense, very balanced on defense. Much like the team in 2017 when they went and got beat by Luis Lopez.
Perez, yeah. Well,
Luis Perez. That's what his name.
Again, they look balanced and they looked very good against who though? The GAC. It's going to be a different. It's going to be a different animal for them in the playoffs. But I do agree, this is their best defense they've had in years. And that's what drives their team. That's where they put their money. Would they have like fucking 15, 20 dudes? All conference, like it's fucking ridiculous how many dudes they put for all conference. I was looking at it today. I think they had a cornerback from Alabama. Like they pull dudes out of their ass when it comes to defense because they throw them money, and they don't have to throw many dudes on offense money because they could take some average fucking Joes and put them in that offense.
I could play offensive lineman there.
Yes, seemingly yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think
Harding's hard to prepare for too compared to watch like. Teams probably watch Washita's style a couple times a year, regardless of what conference they're in. But seeing Harding is much less common.
Absolutely,
offenses like Harding's, I guess.
Absolutely,
which I guess gives them an advantage slightly.
Praying for them that we can going through a whole week of just being cut, and preparing for the cut block and just knowing every single play, whether depending on where we were scheming up defensively. Whether I be at 5 yards or 3 yards, being prepared to get cut and get touched every single play. Whereas on to regular offense or whatever, there are some plays I would not get touched or I'll be able to, roam free. In that offense, it never seemed that way. From the time the ball was snapped, they're coming at you.
And it's
literally
fast. It's so fast.
Yeah, exactly. So it sucked playing against. I remember freshman year we played against Harding in the last game. We beat them, and then following week we played Eastern New Mexico in the bowl game. So
Same thing.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Probably 4 weeks of practicing the cut. Man, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do give Harding credit with the NCAA banning kind of that cut block rule. They've kind of had to find a way to adapt, and you've seen it hit hard with the military schools. Again,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they banned it in a way you can do it inside the tackles or something like that. It's
you gotta be
different
inside the
though.
box.
It's different the way they do it now. So again, they've had
progressively. It's getting They're like tightening down progressively because it went from when I got into college, it was like a couple yards outside the box. It was legal, and now they keep like shrinking it every year or something. Until it's just going to eventually be completely gone.
And again, they've had to make adjustments over the past couple of years, and I think they finally found a way that they're doing a lot better with it. I mean, hell, they're putting up 50, 60 points, it feels like, regularly. So I think they're going to be a force in the playoffs. I think this could be a year that they go pretty deep. Just depends on what matchups they get. Depends on what they get draw-wise, and they get home field advantage, which is nice. But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
But they got the winner. But they got the winner out of Central Missouri, right?
Yes.
Henderson.
Yeah, it's Henderson in Central Missouri.
Yeah, Henderson.
Is UCM the one with the quarterback that's been?
Yes,
UCM is the one that's been scoring a ton of points.
Yeah, they're the ones who put up 900 yards.
They're over
against Emporia.
I just looked at it. I just looked at it while y'all were talking, man. They are averaging over 50 points a game, like 51. And in my
game.
Well, and I think their quarterback's got a very good outside chance to win the Harlan Hill this year. They're a top 10 team. He's got stupid stats, like retarded stats.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you get a chance later, go look at his numbers this year. He's got like 40 some odd passing touchdowns, another couple rushing, and he's got like 4,000 or 5,000 yards passing. It's ridiculous.
And that's the kind of cool thing about my job now. I see all the inner workings of how those awards are put out, how they're voted on, because now we just finished conference awards for GAC. And for GAC, the coaches vote on that. And that was a big debacle this week or today about how those were put out or
I thought it was interesting that there was only one unanimous selection this year too.
Only one. It was some weird things that went down. I think even on our end, we had a guy with 15 PBUs. It's like 6 in the country. He got second team. And another guy, he had a pick. Our guy had a pick 6. 2 interceptions. Just second team with those numbers. I just don't understand that.
Well, and we had the second leading sack guy in the country in Rashad, and he got honorable mention. I was like, oh, that's interesting. He's top 30 in the country
really?
for sacks. He had 10 and a half sacks.
I didn't realize that.
And he got honorable mention.
Who was the unanimous one?
It was the running back from Watchdog, I believe.
Kendall Givens.
Yes.
Yeah, Kendall Givens.
Which is funny because there's a little bit of controversy. I was talking to a Henderson guy on Twitter. They feel very hardly that Gage Porter should not have been the offensive player and their quarterback should have been.
I agree. I agree, but not say I don't agree, but I also have had conversations with people about that too. About I seen dialogue about saying that Gage should not given it, but Gage was the player of the year, offensive player of the year, and so would he not be the first team guy? I mean, you can't give him player of the year and then not give him first team.
Yeah.
Well, and if you look at the Henderson State quarterback, if you look at his numbers this year, they're bananas. I mean, he had a really good year. He leads the conference, again, a conference that doesn't throw the ball very well. If y'all aren't throwing the ball well, the conference isn't throwing the ball well. Again, he led the conference in every category. He was a very accurate I want to say second most accurate in the country. Had a really good year.
He only had 2 interceptions.
And then 9 wins, that should count for something too. And I absolutely agree, but I can't give the award to someone just because they won 9 games, because Gage Porter has the single season rushing record in the GAC now. He won Southern Nazarene 6 games this year, which is damned impressive because when he's gone, they will never, I don't want to say never, they will not win 6 games for a while with him being gone. I think he was that much of an impact player. You have two great players. And this is what I literally tweeted to him. I said, you have 2 very great players. It's just unfortunate that one doesn't get the award. And you have to go with the guy that's literally setting all the records this year.
Dude, this is like the Heisman race right now between if you pick Penix because he's on a good team, and he's good, obviously, or you go Jaden Daniels, who's tearing it up, but he's not on as good of a team. Like, how much merit does your team's record have, kind of?
Yeah.
Which is
I actually saw it. Yeah, I didn't realize Jaden Daniels and Penny's numbers were so comparable. Until somebody tweeted it, and I was like, "Oh, boy, I did not know Daniels is balling like that." To Penix level.
Well, and you got to think Penix has had some stinkers. They've had some. They had a game.
Yeah,
this
that
year.
Arizona State game was bad.
They didn't score an offensive touchdown in that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they won 15-7 off of
last weekend.
A touchdown and a couple field goals. Jaden Daniels has been ridiculous. LSU's
He's the first player ever to have like 350 passing and 200 rushing.
Yeah,
which is
against
ungodly.
Florida. Against Florida too.
Yeah. That's insane.
Against Florida, that's very uncommon to hear. That's
it wasn't like it was some scrub.
Fucking Billy Nature.
Yeah.
Solid SEC team.
Yeah, I mean it's a debate for sure. I do want to look at something real quick before we get off. I want to look at this real quick. If there's anybody out there that loves football talk, if you love coaching carousel, all that stuff, Football Scoop, please go check them out. This is not a paid ad or anything, by the way. Just go check them out. They have all the latest info for college football.
Sponsor them.
Yeah,
sponsor them.
Football Scoop. Football Scoop.
You need that check. You need that check.
You need a guy. I'm here. But yeah, no, I thought James Madison getting denied a bowl game is absolutely fucking stupid.
That is the stupidest rule that has ever been put into place.
And it's
that would be like my first.
They just moved up to FBS.
Oh yeah, they have a year ban.
2. Yeah,
they can't play any postseason games. They can't even win their own conference.
They can't win their conference.
Like, what's the benefit of that? Like, well, what's the point in doing that?
Well,
yeah, it's not like you're a team that's moving down. You're going to dominate the next conference down. You're moving up. You should be. The odds of you winning the conference are even lower at that scenario.
And in football, it's very rare, but we have seen it more often in college basketball, where a team will win the conference championship, win the conference tournament, and the second place team gets to go to the NCAA tournament that year.
Yeah, it happened last year with Merrimack and FDU.
Yep, it's just I don't understand that rule. That it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you're right.
And James Madison being 9-0 should not be. They shouldn't get punished for being 9-0. Like, they should very much be celebrated. So I don't understand that. But on here, ton of coaching changes, coaching updates. They talk about the whole Michigan scandal with Central Michigan. There's still no update from Central Michigan's intel there on how Connor Stallions got on the sideline.
I've got
Sam Pittman fired
yet? He has not been yet. KJ, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if Sam Pittman's going to be fired. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Adam State's got a bunch of positions. This is how I learned about the NSU job as well. West Georgia's entire staff, I was talking about that earlier. West Georgia's entire staff was let go as they transition to D1. I don't get that. UVA Wise has an interim coach as well. Southern's head coach has been let go. Where else? There was another. And then I saw MC's head coach on here as well. So Football Scoop is a great source for all that as well.
Who takes the A&M job?
That is a fantastic question. You want to play hypotheticals or do you want to play realistic?
I have my my suitor in mind.
I would absolutely love to see Deion Sanders in maroon.
Oh, it's never going to happen.
It won't happen.
I don't think he's leaving Colorado.
That man is not leaving Colorado.
I think he's been given.
That's his thing. He can build Colorado and it'd be his.
He's been given a lot of leeway at Colorado that he would not be given at A&M. And I don't think A&M boosters, again, A&M being South Texas, predominantly white, I don't think they would mix well. Sure. Their boosters would mix well with Deion, which is unfortunate, but is realistic as well. So I would love to see him there, but fucking realistically, I don't know. I think Lane Kiffin could be an outside shout there. He had such a big hand in getting Jimbo fired and promoting Jimbo's firing that I think that could be a dream job for him, because you give him a little more money, you give him some NIL funding. I'd love to see what he could do, because I think Ole Miss is a very good job, but A&M would be better in my opinion.
He's not leaving. I have my
Jackson A&M fan, by the way.
My next guy to take the reins, Urban Meyer.
Fuck no. Fuck
Why
no.
not?
Urban Meyer?
Too much controversy.
Urban Meyer. What? They don't care. All they want to do is win. There's some controversy behind him, but he's the only proven national championship guy, and they've got all the money in the world. And he's trying to get back into the college coaching ranks, and he already considered Michigan State, but I don't think he wants to do it, or they don't want to take the chance. But dude, A&M will drop money on anybody they can, and they don't care if it's like a villain type guy.
I just think the way things ended at Ohio State, I think they would look at that and realistically look at it and be like, no shot, because that was so messy. His ending at Ohio State, I don't think they take a chance on him. I don't. I think they go. I mean, I do think Kiffin would be interested. If Kiffin shows interest, I think they go after Kiffin and they throw him a bag. But I think realistically, what's his name who just got fired for the Raiders? Josh McDaniel, maybe. I think they do go. They love big name. They love big name.
That's why I don't think they'll go like I've thought about like Duke's guy, Oregon's guys isn't going to leave. Washington's got a really good coach that I don't think Dan Lanning leaves.
Dan Lanning would be sick. Kalen DeBoer would be sick as well, but I don't think DeBoer leaves going into the Big Ten. I don't think Lanning leaves going into the Big Ten either. Again, both would be cool. I'd like to see what happens. Dan Lanning, I think, would be really good because I think you have to make a defensive hire. Your offense has been you've gone offense the past couple times. You went Kevin Sumlin, who thank God for Johnny Manziel, and then you went Jimbo Fisher, two guys that are more offensive guys. I think you got to go defensive. And I think Dan Lanning would be a great fit because they have some very, very good prospects and some very, very good athletes on that defense.
I just don't know how you leave a place that you've built up again to be a perennial powerhouse. Money. Oregon's got money. Oregon's got Nike money. Oregon's got money running out of their ass.
I don't think they have A&M booster money. I really don't. Do you see Jimbo's contract?
They don't. Yeah.
What's the difference from 50 mil to 75 mil though? Like once you get that high, like
20 fucking mil.
But what's like at that point? It's just more like what is it at that point?
It is. It's a lot of greed, but at the same time, I mean, fuck it. that's 20 mil to go coach at A&M. I'll do it for a couple of years. I'll go get fired in 2 years, and they'll pay me $7 million to go sit on my ass. Call me Jimbo.
Imagine me and Jimbo Fisher getting paid like $108,000 a day.
And if you're
to not work,
Also,
what was that payout?
$7 million per year for the next 7 years.
76.8 million or something total.
Yeah, so I think he got 14 up front, and he's getting 7 for 6 years or some shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, by the way, they also didn't put a stipulation in his contract that he can't be coaching, so he can go take another job right now at a.
And still get paid.
They did the opposite of what happened with Chad Morris, which is why he went and ruined Allen.
That fell to high school.
Yeah. Well, because
I see Jimbo at a mid-level Power 5 school.
Mississippi State.
Nah, he won't stay in the SEC.
No, not a Liberty coach. Not a Liberty coach. Liberty's coach can get it first.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
He's interviewing as we speak.
Isn't that crazy how Liberty put out? Liberty just had Hugh Freeze, and now they got this guy, and they've been successful.
They've had some good years, dude. Yeah.
I think JMU's coach could be another guy that's. I mean, you take a team that's first year in FBS and you go 9-0. Granted, you're not playing anybody worth a shit, but it's still impressive.
Yeah, that's just with the A&M thing. I just don't see them. They've got so much money that I don't see them getting a guy that's kind of like a State, Ole Miss, Auburn level like that. That's like kind of an up and coming guy. I see them going after someone that's got the name and got the respect already.
What's scary?
They almost feel like they're using their money in the right spot on for sure. What's
scary is they did it first. Is they went and got out in front of everybody. They said, "Listen, we'll bite the bullet. Sorry, Jimbo, you fucked us. Ha ha." And they got out in front of everything. Like Mississippi State's firing was not until after Jimbo's. Hell, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. UNLV's coach resigned. There's a lot of stuff going on across.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or maybe it's San Diego State.
He has some good things.
Yeah, not UNLV.
San Diego State. UNLV is 8-2. San Diego State, they fucking suck. They lost 6-0 a couple weeks ago.
They got shut out by Nevada.
That's the game they lost 6-0.
Awful.
Yeah.
I bet on that game. I was so mad.
Should have took the under.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else we want to add before we wrap up?
Man, I want to say, man, just man, thank y'all for having me on, man. And man, I love talking shop, man, talking a little football, talking whatever, man. So hey, whenever y'all want me back, man, just give me a holler.
For sure, brother. We'll have to do a little segment with you. Might have to get you to do us a little graphic or some shit for us, just to.
Hey, yeah. I don't mind it, man. I don't mind it. It'll be on the house, man, for friendship.
For sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I'll throw in money. Don't y'all worry. But yeah, nah, we appreciate you making time for us. You a busy man. You in need, man, especially in these times. You got basketball rolling, volleyball finishing up. Soccer. Are y'all still playing soccer?
No, our soccer team actually just lost in the GSC tournament final on Sunday. So yeah, they're done.
Yeah. I mean, y'all got a lot of sports going on. Fall as we roll into winter, men's and women's basketball as well. So appreciate you making time for us, dude. You're a busy man. But yeah,
we all are.
We all are. Well, we appreciate y'all listening to this episode of We Are Athletes Too. Y'all have a great week. Stay blessed. Stay happy. Check out the WonderLay in the comments. Love y'all. Y'all have a great week.